How's it going? I'm on a little bit later tonight. I was feeling a little crazy earlier, so I was like, am I gonna go live? Am I not? And then I was like, get up and go live, Shonda. Go do your thing, girl. Plus, I wanted to do this anyway. All right, so how's everyone doing? I think I've already asked you that, but again, my head's a little fuzzy. My name is Shonda, and I am from West Georgia. And I just want to come on and share just a few ideas and show you how absolutely cool that our ink is. So I'm going to be using our permanent chalk ink. This one is Tide. Y'all, that color is so beautiful. That is like my favorite. Well, Old Man Blue is my favorite, but this one is the color of my bathroom. And then I'm going to use black. So I am just going to be chalking just a standard t-shirt. No big deal. I'm going to be using our ink mat, which is super sticky, which makes it so much easier. And then, y'all, I'm going to use our February club transfer. I know that a lot of you are still waiting to get yours because we sold out and you had to, wait and get them. But I just wanted to show you, I know that those of you that didn't get one can't get this one. But I just want to show you the versatility. And I really wanted to ink this on a shirt. So here we go. I'm going to do everything in the Tide except for the bicycle. And the bicycle I am going to do in black. So if you're just hopping on, press the heart button just to tell me that you're here. I appreciate each and every one of y'all coming and watching me. And let's do this. All right, let's take this backer sheet off. I have a chair sitting over there, y'all, so I always put my stuff over there. Okay, now, this little ink mat, I probably should cut it, but I don't want to because I do a lot of 18 by 18 pillowcases, so I really like it this big. I probably just need to buy another one and cut it for my t-shirts and my sweatshirts. Now, I've done a couple of sweatshirts with this one, new sweatshirts, and let me tell you, that fuzz on those new sweatshirts, that's something else now. That fuzz wants to hold on, but still sticky, super sticky. All right, so I'm just going to try to get it pretty straight here and get the wrinkles out so that I can, I don't want to really stretch my shirt though, but let's just try to do it this way. I think we're good. And then after I do this, I will ink it, dry it, and then I will heat set it. And then it's permanent. I have done many things and no problems with any of them. Absolutely no problem. So that's all, y'all. You just put your ink mat in there. You see it flattens your surface. Gets all your wrinkles out. Make sure all my wrinkles are out of the back. Just so it lays flat. Perfect. Okay. And we do not need to fuzz this since it is going on material. And y'all can see I've used this transfer quite a bit. When you use the darker pigmented colors, they will stain the green part, but your transfer, the silk screen part, is still just fine. No problems. Okay. I'm just going to try to line that bicycle up with the neck. Simple. Y'all, this is so easy. So easy. Just get it down really good. Let me show you. See. Alrighty. Well, let's ink it up. Alright, I'm going to do the Tide first. Now, your ink does not dry as fast as your paste, your chalk paste. So you have a little bit more time to work versus, the other one you have to kind of, not really hurry, but you kind of do have to hurry. You just have to make sure that your paste doesn't dry on your screen when you're using the chalk paste versus the ink. Like I said, it doesn't dry as fast. So I am just going to do everything in this color again, except for the bicycle. Y'all, this color, oh, it's beautiful. And I just today got it in the paste, so I'm going to be doing some stuff with it because, again, this is the color of my bathroom. My, you know, my accent color. I love it. So pretty. So pretty. And y'all, it's just this easy, you know, you just, it's almost just like coloring in the lines, but easier. And I know I was going kind of funky ways. I do try to stay in one way when I'm inking, just so that the ink does not get up under the transfer in funky ways and funky positions. It just is, I found better to do it that way. Just try to go one direction. If you're gonna do vertical, do vertical. If you're gonna do horizontal, stay with it. And I'll find myself every now and again going cattywampus, because that's just what I do. I'm kind of a cattywampus kind of girl. Okay. My lighting's kind of crazy. Let me make sure. Y'all, like I told you last night, sometimes I look up at the light, the ring light, and I'm blind. I'm literally just blind. Let me make sure I get that right there. Good. Okay. And I'm just going to get the excess off. Put that back in my jar. Super easy. All right. Let's do the bike. Okay, so got some on me, so I want to make sure I get that off because, you know, I will have that all over my yellow shirt. Goodness gracious. The messiest crafter in the land. Okay. Now let's get our black. Y'all, I've never used my black ink. I'm gonna open it over here because I can just see me slinging it about. Black ink is, y'all, it's a little bit intimidating, if you know what I mean. I mean, it's black ink. Oh, and what I do, I just got it all over my package, all over everything. Oh, goodness. Like I said, the black ink is a little intimidating. So let's get that off here before I really get it on something. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious, y'all. I might have to do a black and white or a black and yellow polka dotted shirt if I don't watch it. All right. We don't need much, just a little bicycle. Super simple. Goodness, okay. And let's get the bottom. Yeah, I think this is going to be really pretty on this yellow. I love yellow. My husband, he is not a fan of yellow, though he says he likes yellow on me to wear. He's just not a fan of yellow. Not a fan. Don't know why. I'm like, Jim, it's literally the sun. Like brightness, sunshine, happy, you know, all the things. Nope, he still don't care. He does not like it. All right, y'all. Let's peel and reveal. But let's make sure first that I don't have this all over me. And I do. It's ridiculous. I think I go through a pack of baby wipes about every 3 days. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. Now, I do try to, when I am pulling up off of fabric, I do try to pull from the middle. And I try to do that with all my transfers so that it does not stretch your transfer if you go diagonal way. Yay! And I will just take this to the sink, just like with the chalk, and wash it with water and my board eraser. Okay, let's make sure. Okay. Y'all, how stinking cute is that? Is that not adorable? Look, I'm holding it a crazy way. Is that not adorable? Look how pretty. Oh, wait. I mirrored y'all in the to try to keep the words right, and it's against what I'm doing. Like, it's weird. But anyway, that's it. Is that not stinking cute? I love it. Love it, love it. Okay, so I am going to dry it just a little bit. Not a lot with that on the back. But this is not really hot. This is our drying tool. And I'm just going to dry it enough just to get my backer board out. And then I will dry it with my big heating tool. And then I will heat set it just with an iron. And I'm going to use my little travel iron that I have down here because that'll work. I've used my little travel iron. This is just a thin Old Navy t-shirt. So we should be good to go. And it dries pretty fast. I mean, it doesn't dry, of course, like I said, as fast as the chalk. But it still dries, you know, fairly fast. Now, a lot of the times what I will do is let these just dry overnight, especially those sweatshirts and things like that that are really thick, or my pillows that I'm doing to sell. I'll actually let those dry overnight because I want them really good and dry, you know, before I heat set them. But this is just my little t-shirt, and it's thin. It should be fine. Now, I am going to try to be careful and not fold it on itself. This is the tricky part. I think this is probably the trickiest part of all, just because that backer sheet is so sticky. It's great in some areas, and then some areas you're like, ah! Just be easy with it and work it slowly. Don't let that impatience take over like we all want to sometimes for absolutely no apparent reason. Y'all find that? Like, sometimes you're just being impatient for no reason. Like, you don't have really anywhere to be fast. You don't really have, but you're like, oh my goodness, I gotta get there. I gotta do. And there's really no reason. Yeah, me too. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to do this gently. Like I said, just because it is thinner, I just don't want it to fold on itself. And y'all, I always make everything look harder than it should be and do it harder than it should be just because that's what I do. Ugh. Okay. Alright, I'm going to ease it out. Ah! I swear, I get on here and I told my husband, I said, I'm sure people are like, oh, is she a comedy act? Is she on here to spoof? You know, have y'all seen those videos where you start watching them and you think that the people are actually doing something like real, like they're making these cakes or something, and really they're like this big, huge spoof that they're trying to just bait you in for 30 minutes to watch something that is absolutely ridiculous? Well, I feel like sometimes people are like, is that what she's doing? Is she one of those spoofy people that do that? No, I'm not. This is just really me. This is just how I do it. Okay, now I'm just going to kind of put my arm in here to kind of give it some air and dry it, dry it, dry it. And this is just, again, to show y'all how simple it is. And I'm just drying it up. And then I will heat set it and then wash and dry and wear. That's it. Simple. I was gonna do a hat tonight with some spring flowers or some, I got some summer ones too, because y'all, I'm always rushing the summer. But I don't have a hat that's plain anymore. I had a white one, and in the move, I'm not real sure what happened to it. I probably threw it away or donated it, because I tend to do that. I hold on to stuff that I probably don't need, and then I throw away stuff I need or give it away. I don't know why I do that, y'all. Okay, I think we're about there. Let's see. Yep, we're dry. We're good to go. So, now I am going to put a piece of parchment paper in between, just in case. Now, I don't do this, again, a lot with my other thicker things, but with t-shirts, I just kind of do that. I don't know. And hold on, let me grab another piece. I thought I had two in that little pile, but I had one. And, all right, so, and all I'm gonna do is take my itsy bitsy teeny tiny iron and heat set it. Now, I'm just showing you this. I'm gonna actually do this better off here, so y'all don't have to see me sit here for 3 to 4 minutes and do this. You're gonna do this 3 to 4 minutes. I have it on the highest setting on this side, and then you're gonna turn it wrong side out, okay? Wrong side out, and do the inside. That's it, y'all. And then you've got a t-shirt. So, once again, I'm not gonna bore you guys with watching it dry, but y'all, this is it. How stinking cute, right? So this is our club, y'all, and March they're also doing a great deal with 50% off our rabbit transfer. It's rabbit cutouts transfer. It's our large one. So every month you get a deal on the club, and there's always shipping is a great deal with the club, and you get just great deals. So plus you get a great transfer every single month with the paste samples delivered to your door. So if you guys are interested in the club, just type in club and I will be glad to send y'all the information. Thank y'all for joining me, and remember, take the long way home. Find joy in the journey. Why not, right? See y'all. Thanks.